Hello everybody, I'm Freddy Fazbear and welcome back to another video. Here I am with Body, Chica, and Foxy. Yo, Yag. Freddy, what are we doing here? I do not understand. Well, FGF wanted to do another tier list, but he thought, instead of just him ranking all the stuff, he thought it'd be more interesting if it was Fazbear and the gang. Oh, kind of like those presidents tier lists? And kind of like the Sonic Discord server? Yeah, but wait, does that mean we're AI? No, that's different. As you can tell, instead of being AI, it's just FGF doing a voice impression. But how's he gonna figure out who is who? Well, not him, like the fans. Well, honestly, they can honestly already tell who's who. Freddy's the one with the deep voice, Bonnie's the one with a normal, somewhat high-pitched voice, I'm the one with the very high-pitched voice, and Foxy's the one with the pirate voice. Yeah, that be too. Very too. Foxy, why is your voice high-pitched? Yeah, what are you talking about? Nobody would be like dark and aggressive. Yeah, my voice is supposed to sound like a pirate, and that's how it is. The other way, here's what we're going to first be ranking. We'll be first ranking all the worlds from Bubblegum Simulator. Yarg, are you serious, Freddy? What? What's wrong with that? No offense, but that sounds like a horrible thing to start off with. Okay, I get that, but honestly, we already did some good stuff already, and Secret Mint isn't even out yet. Yarg. I don't know. I feel like the good way we could have started was like a FNAF character tier list. No way. We destroy each other if we did that first. I think it's for now we should cost ourselves to just do something like this. Yuck. Okay, I see the tier list already starting up and running, but why is Cyber Galaxy in this? Well, it's in here because mine is similar to pretty much had all the same worlds, but with just one added one. So I thought it would just make sense just to do that. Okay, but why isn't Minigame Paradise included? Especially since the world's now complete. Well, that's because I want to save Minigame Paradise for a separate tier list. You know, for the BGSI world tier list whenever that happens. Yeah, in like 2 years. But anyways, should we get going? Yes, we shall. So let's start off with the first one, the overworld. I'll just say this is a good start, you know, with with the normal grassland world and the 5 islands and whatnot. Yo, it gets 7. Oh, right, 7. And pretty much has everything in here. Yo, that is true. There is pretty much lots of stuff here, like the area for all the worlds, like also the spindle wheel, the guest the pet, the entrance to the Shuttle Realm and whatnot, and the events. But honestly, I consider that to be the best of all of them. Whoa, really? Yeah, like really. I mean, to be honest, do you guys really ever do lots of things in the other worlds? No, really, exactly. And plus, this has the most eggs out of all of them. Let me count. Like, there's like 11 eggs to hatch in here, while the other ones will usually have 5 or 6. Yeah, that is a good point. There's really not that much eggs to hatch in the other ones compared to the main one. But it is the main one, so it makes sense. Should we talk about the eggs? I think honestly we should. Because honestly they should be what also matter in the world. And honestly anything should really matter in the world. Well then, I must say, the common egg, spotted egg, ice shard, and spiker are good choices to start off. Though I don't know why the ice shard out of all the need to cost gems for some reason. That, in my opinion, just felt odd. I mean, sure, you can all the pets are able to grind with gems, but like you only start getting gems in like space or something. That is true. And well, the world does seem a bit big in my opinion. There's a lot of free areas and it's hard to run around unless you have to sprint. But then again, BGSI does fix this later on. Can we talk about all the other islands? I feel like they should matter as well. Yog, especially, yes, we definitely should. For example, the floating island is definitely a cool island to grind for coins, but it is a shame that there aren't more of them, so it will help us. Yeah, that is true. Well, it is a cool little island. There's really not that much to do there. Thank God the BGSI fixes that. Space is also very interesting. With it having a gum store and, well, 3 eggs and yeah, that's it. BGSI did give it more stuff in it as well. But hey, it had some 3 standard pets to, unlock during the space road. Agreed. Magma egg, crystal egg, and lunar egg are somewhat challenging, but they're good enough challenge that you can pretty much easily hatch most of the stuff there that quickly. Yeah, that is, and technically, the lunar egg was technically the last egg ever opened for the very first release of the game. Then right after that, they released all the other ones. Though, I gotta say, Twilight and... Dude, I forgot what the blue island was called, but whatever it was, those ones are kind of eh. Yeah, I gotta agree. Twilight Zone is really there just to sell bubbles. That's pretty much it. Sure, it's all pinkish and stuff, but thankfully BGSI gave at least a little bit of something, but it wasn't exactly as beautiful. Yeah, they're pretty much only there for like an extra shell thing, and that's it. And the other one, I think it was called like the yeah, I don't know exactly what it was, but whatever the blue island was called, it wasn't exactly that greatest. Agreed. It was literally just there for a blue chest or something. Sure, it has the Zen portal, but even then, there's really not that much to go there. Especially since later on we would get an even better area with a gem chest. Yes, that being the void. And that one also has 4 eggs. They're all very, very good. Yes, I agree. And they fit well together because they're the most challenging ones to open. And they have some of the best pets. Yogg, I agree. Dark Phoenix, Neon Elemental, Virus, Inferno Cube, Magenta Cube. Wait, I don't know if Inferno Cube is that OP, but the Hydras, the Hexagon, and the Rainbow Shock are definitely some cool pets and some very memorable eggs. Sure, the Hell Egg, Rainbow Egg came out way later, but they pretty much increased the world much better. I guess we could talk about the Zen. Such a cool idea to have a gem man, able to give you gems if you sell him some coins. Yeah, but that was really his only purpose. And then again, I don't think a lot of people really used it during the gameplay. Yeah, that's true. I think I only used it once. Yeah, but definitely the best island is definitely the XP island, where you can just grind for XP. Hopefully one day BGSI can add it in one of the worlds. Definitely, that was definitely the island most people spend their time on. But what do you think this thing should go? I think just because of its because of how much it has, it should honestly go at S tier. Yeah, I agree. S tier for the main world, or what would later be called the overworld. Now we have the first of these, Candy Island. Yikes. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Yeah, honestly, none of us don't. This is actually gonna be very hard to do because all these worlds are kind of the same. Yeah, they are. They're just different textures and whatnot. Oh, come on. Let's just give Candyland some appreciation because it is the first. Yarg, you're right. We should. I did like the new pinkish like layout. It did make a lot of unique and such. And I did like there was a gum store and an area to sell. But honestly, that's pretty much it. The islands weren't exactly that hard to jump through, which I kind of wish they were because the Zen was definitely very hard to get to, and I would really wish that these 5 other islands were also just as difficult to jump to. Agreed. And all the eggs, for some reason, are all in the starter world, when they honestly should have been spread out. Yogg, I agree. Jelly Egg and Dominus Egg should not have been in the normal surface area, when they really should have been in one of the islands. Specifically the 4th one, I think. Or the 5th one. Yeah, I agree. That would make more sense. Yeah, but speaking of the eggs, while the first 4 are definitely accurate to Candyland, like the ice cream egg, the gummy egg. Oh, the gummy egg. That's one of my favorites. Yeah, anyways, the slushy egg and the jelly egg are definitely cool. But the Dominus egg makes no sense whatsoever. It's same thing with the limited exclusive Electra Hydra. Like, why were they added to Candyland? That made no sense. I don't know why they were included, but it did had some pretty cool pets like the Dominus Hydra and the Frost Dominus. Plus, this had some very cool secret pets like the Dog Cat and the Overlord. Yeah, but they did not even fit the theme at all. Like, what's that all about? Like, why are they there if they didn't fit the theme? Honestly, back then, I don't think secret pets were even meant to fit in the theme. Like, how did a giant robot fit into 100k? Or how did a Leviathan fit into Christmas? Or, actually, I don't think there were any other good examples. Yeah, I think that was it. Yarg. Though, we can agree that the gummy egg was definitely one of the peak things. And speaking of the gummy egg, there's one fact I think y'all should know. What fact? During some point in 2019, FGF pretended all the pets were just the FNAF characters, which means I was technically the bear because that was the 4th character you get. So when we got to the radioactive bear, guess who FGF turned the radioactive bear into? Radioactive Foxy? Exactly. I'll show you an image what it looked like, at least the model he made in Blender. It looked kind of I'm sure, but who would have known that a year later we would get an actual official version of the homie Radioactive Foxy. Well, I think we should talk about the islands. Or should we? Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the first island was just a candy chest. That's pretty much it. But then the second one had those cool rewards. Those were fun. Yeah, they were pretty much, kind of you get dragon variant, butterfly variant, Pegasus variant, hybrid variant, then just grind until you get the final pet. And sure, the final pet is pretty cool, but then again, it wasn't exactly something worth anything that much. I don't know, in my opinion, they just felt like a grind to me. The third island just had a gingerbread that you could sell candy to, and then the 4th and 5th island were just chests. So honestly, even though the islands are mid, just give this the A tier. Yeah, A tier is fine. Let's talk about Toyland. Well, I did love the surface area. It looks very unique with all the blocks and stuff instead of just ordinary hills and mountains. That is true. And I did like how the eggs were very separated, unlike the last world. You have the first 3 eggs in the main world, and then you have the 2 others in like the last world. Yo, that's because the last island came out way later, which honestly makes that island so much better. But then again, the islands here are pretty much the same thing, just toy themed. Yeah, that's true. But though I did like some of the eggs here, like the plushie egg. Yeah, the plushie egg was so good. Actually, it's called the toy egg. Oh. Yo, it should have been called the plushie egg. Like the penguin and ducky are now just staples to the bubblegum simulator era. It is a shame there are no secrets in the game. Yo, technically there are for Toyland. What? Where? The 100k egg and the Valentine's egg? What are you talking about? Yarg. For some reason, the legendary pets there give bricks. And want to explain why that is? I'll be honest, I don't have an explanation why that is, but Toyland is very unique, so I think it also should give an A tier as well. Really? Look, it's a classic, it goes to A tier. Alright, now we should go on to the beach road. D tier right off the bat. What? Why, Foxy? Why would you say that? There's no pirate egg. Oh, come on, Foxy. Yuck, I'm serious. No pirate egg means this world is bad. This world was honestly the perfect opportunity to add one, yet they didn't. And I swear to God, they better add in a pirate egg in the summer festival in a few days. Alright. Calm down, Foxy. Look, Beach Road may not have a pirate egg, but there's a lot of benefits here. For example, it has 6 eggs instead of 5. Yeah, but they're all in the same surface though. Like, why is that? Why not spread them out to the multiple islands? I don't know. Also, what is with the crab egg? Why was that supposed to be the final egg when it could have been the pirate egg? Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, I'm surprised none of you talked about the bee egg. Yo, honestly, there was really no point to talk about the bee egg. I mean, I don't know if anyone people will remember the bee egg. The crab egg, just why? Look, crabs are honestly the most popular thing to know of on a beach. Then what makes bees so popular in toys? I don't know, they just rhyme together. But anyways, back to Beach Road as a whole. There were some very cool legendary pets here, like the crab, the octopus, the king crab. Oh, baby shark. He's not a legendary, but yeah, baby shark was definitely an iconic one here. Along with the jellyfish, the anglerfish. I guess the king crab was definitely a kind of one. I don't consider hermit crab popular. There were some cool things here, like the group benefits thing. Oh yeah, this is where it originated. That's cool. And there was also a shop here as well, right? Yeah, there was, but I don't think that was really talked about that much. No, it's pretty much just the same thing. Just the same amount of islands. And just, yeah, honestly, I think it should just stay where we already have it in B tier, because that's where it started getting a bit repetitive. Really? Okay, fine, B tier it is. Now we have its sequel, Demelantis. Look, I'm be honest. Even though I do love the name and how it's based off of a mythological area, it does not really feel like Atlantis at all. Yeah, I agree. Like, Atlantis would not just look like a simple oceanic area. I mean, you can't even call it Atlantis. It's literally just ocean world. That's it. Or just the ocean. Like, there's nothing really Atlantis about it. You could say the ancient egg is related to Atlantis. Yarg, yeah, but that's pretty much it. Everything else just does not feel like, well, Atlantis-like. Like the kelp egg, that's just about kelp. What is that? And then you have the ocean egg. Like, you already have the water egg. Why an ocean egg as well? And then you have the dark egg, which I think is pretty cool and honestly kind of fits Atlantis. But then you have the coral egg, and I'm like, why? Just why? Oh, he shows to talk about how this was kind of the last world with the hats. Oh yeah, Canaanland did introduce the hats, but they were also in the other world, so it didn't really was worth talking to. Yeah, you have a point. But again, the islands were definitely the same. And yeah, there's really not much to say. I honestly think this should go in C tier just for its misleading title. Yeah, I guess so. C tier is fine. What about Rainbow Land? Come on. We should at least give this more, I don't know, a ranking. Yo, are you serious? This is like the most underused land of them all. Okay, how so, Foxy? First of all, there's only 4 eggs. 4 eggs. There was so much opportunity to add in a green egg, or a purple egg, or a yellow egg, or blue egg, but no! They just had to stick to red and orange, even though I love the red egg, but honestly, the red egg is honestly not that useful. Yeah, I gotta agree. The fact there was only like 2 eggs related to colors is honestly so disappointing. And the fact they had to sum it all up with the colorful egg is just crazy. So you gotta admit that the rainbow pets were very cool here, like how they just changed colors. Yo, that is true. Them changing colors was such a cool effect back in the day. And of course now it's added to other games like Piggy and whatnot, but it was still such a cool feeling back then. Also, the music was at its peak here. I don't think we've really talked about music here, but I think out of all the Wonderland had some of the best ones. I can agree. But because of the storage of eggs and the islands, which are pretty much the same, I think it should get in B tier, Freddy. I'm sorry. Alright, fine. B tier it is. But what about the underworld? Oh god, talk about underused. What do you mean? Yo, they decided to release almost everything in the during its premiere. And honestly, that just felt just, I don't know how to feel. What Foxy I think is trying to say is that he wished that we had the over progression type thing like we did with the other worlds. Like how it always started with 3, but then it progresses to more eggs. I think that's what Foxy wanted. Yeah, I agree. And I just wish these were spread out to multiple areas. I mean, why do you think the darkness egg or the dark egg I meant, or the crystal egg were just separated? Obviously that must have been for other islands, but I guess they didn't have time for that. And also the islands are just the same again. Yeah, they are just the same again. I don't know why it took them that long to release the last island there. That just to me just made no sense. Yeah, I agree. This is honestly just very underrated. I mean, it did bring back some nostalgic soundtracks from Mining Sim 1. Well, I think it was just 1. But then again, it is a cool idea, but I don't know. I feel like this should go in C tier. Really? You really want to put it in C tier? I think we should. I mean, it's a cool island, but just so underused. Fine, we'll give it to C tier. Oh, Mystic Forest. I love Mystic Forest. Just the freaking area of surface land alone just looks so beautiful. And its music is so good. Yeah, it is. Just do it more. Yeah, I agree. There should have been more soundtracks, and the island is just too small in my opinion. Like, if it was way bigger, then it would have been probably one of the best islands out there. Yeah, I gotta agree. Wait, did you say island or world? I meant surface island. Yeah, surface island. And also, unlike the others, the eggs were actually spread out. Yeah, I agree. And they're spread out perfectly. Having the 2 semi-white okay eggs in the surface, and then having the 3 pest eggs in here, and the 4th island was just genius. Also, this world had some very cool legendary pets. Like the freaking fox mutant. Like that was just so cool. Yeah, the fox mutant was super dope. Along with the wraith. What else was there? The freaking demon snake, the demolord, and the prisma. Those are some cool pets. Although I am kind of disappointed that the last ever world pet you would get is a version of a Hexagon when it should have been like something like, well, I don't know, Ultimate One or something like something that just felt finale like. Sure, Chromatic Cube is cool, but like I don't know, it just felt kind of what's the word to say it? Feel underwhelming? Yeah, I think that makes sense. And sure, there was other cool things like how I think the Shadow Raven was like the last pet you get in the awards. But honestly, this world isn't exactly that great either. Yeah, I think we should just keep it at B tier just alone for the surface island. Now we got the Shadow Realm. Should we really call this as an island? Or should I say world? Yeah, the wiki counts as a world, so I think we should. Well, honestly, I am kind of disappointed with this. I don't like how it's just one area where you just buy things and sell things, whatnot. Sure, you have the freaking area where you get, I don't know, enchant, make potions or whatnot. It's all cool and all. But the other thing I really hate about is how all the eggs here are just limited. Yeah, that honestly got kind of repetitive and kind of tedious. How all the eggs were just, I don't know, limited. And you just have to grind as fast as you can just to get all the pets there. And it's such a shame because there were actually some cool eggs here. Y'all, I gotta agree. Fruit egg and element egg were some of my favorites. True. Along with, I think, the split egg and the, what was the one with all the demons? I forgot what it was called, but that one was very cool. Yo, I think my favorite was the first one. Just that freaking galaxy, or the, those, cool angel egg and, was it angel egg or something? I don't know, some type of shocks. Those were very cool. Yo, and some of the secret pets were cool. Like the Plasma Wolf Lord or the, Citrus Overlord, I think it was called. Like, those are very cool. Yeah, but honestly, this world island is just so let's put this in D tier. Yeah, D tier is very good. But no, we got the last one from Sim 2. That's for some reason here, which is Cyber Galaxy. Yo, I did like how Sim 2 decided to do a different island. Though it's kind of a shame that they decided to revert to all the other ones right after that. But I gotta say, Cyber Galaxy, it's just beautiful. Yeah, like the city just looks fantastic, and the sewers area just also looks fantastic. And I honestly forgot what the other ones were. Yeah, me too. I don't know what the other ones were, but yeah, it would have been cool to see this in Bogon Similar. Hopefully, this gets added to BGSI. Imagine how beautiful that will work. Well, look, I meant. Agreed. And some of the eggs here were pretty cool, like the slime egg or the some of the robot eggs. I actually forgot some of the eggs here, but they were very cool. Sure, they had pets from BGS, and they probably won't be added in the these eggs, but hey, there were still some cool ones. Yarg, that robotic Leviathan was just so cool to see, in my opinion. Agreed. And plus, it actually felt like a continuation, unlike the other ones. Like, the freaking mining to new worlds actually felt more challenging than the overworld, which is very nice, in my opinion. So I think this one should honestly go to A tier, because it had everything right. Well, guys, that is it. Yarg, that actually felt nice to do. I think we should do more of this. Agreed. This really felt nice and very good. I'm surprised there wasn't that much arguing. Yarg, but yeah, this is just something simple as that of like BGS Worlds. If we got to other stuff like characters or games, then we would have some real arguments. Yeah, let us know if you want to see more stuff like this. But anyways, we gotta go now. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like and subscribe so we can get to what is it again? 1,750 subs. Alright, bye for now.